You are now listening to the No Clipping podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last episode of season 1 of the No Clipping podcast. Is that better?
That's better, bro. That's better. That's a lot better.
Yeah. Well, just to let everybody know, before we got on, we had to do a redo because of the intro I made. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last episode of season 1, going into season 2 in 2023. Yo,
yeah, we already here.
We're here already, and
it went by.
The crazy thing is this too, bro. Is we're like, yo, I know. We last episode we told you guys that we're gonna do 2 episodes a month, but for some odd reason it didn't feel right. I kept calling Ace on the phone. Ace, I was like, yo, scratch it, Dre. There you go. I was like, yo, Dre.
Man, whoa, okay, we just had this. Okay,
yeah, we had this conversation.
Good correction. You had this conversation. I bet they like, man, what he changed his name again?
Right, keep changing his name. I was like, yo, Dre, look, man, we gotta do at least one more episode before the year ends, bro. One more episode. At least give these people something to end on. You know what I mean? And we want to talk about a lot of stuff today because I'm gonna tell you one thing. For some odd reason, we have been going through a lot over the week. A lot.
It's been a lot going on. It's so crazy. Like the more we get deep into doing our business with mixing, and the more we get deep into the industry, the more stuff happen, bro. The more and more stuff is going on, and we learning.
Yeah, we're learning. We are, and it's a headache. It's a headache and a half, man. But I love it. You know what I mean? It's not like a headache as in, oh, it's annoying. No, it's a headache as in we're trying our best to make sure everything is correct. That's for one, you know what I mean? Because the way we need to move at a certain pace where, you know, we're not gonna fall toward the end. Because then, you know, that's something that we don't want to do. But then again, with failure, you know what I mean? With failure comes with a lot of knowledge, you know what I mean? So you have to fail in order to build your knowledge toward this industry, right, or any industry whatsoever. You need to fail in order to figure these things out. But we've been going through so much, bro.
You're not learning anything, bro. You're not failing somewhere, bro. You're gonna have one bad grade. You don't have to be an F, but you're gonna have a C or a B. You're gonna have a 95 or 98. It's still an A, but that means you missed something, bro. You have to miss something in order to learn what you're missing.
Bro. And if you Dr. Juan, be aware that you're gonna get a phone call if I got a low grade.
Well, you didn't let him make it, bro.
Yo, I did not play no games, bro. I did not play no games. But it was just the most tedious things, though, man. It was like small things that could have been fixed during the class, you know what I mean? And for you to just fail me for like one of the most smallest things, bro, I had to. I mean, then again, of course, remember, you know, that happened. And, you know, of course, I always build good relationships after that because I don't want to, you know, leave any bad taste or whatever, you know what I mean, toward anybody, right. You know what I mean? So it was pretty good though. But yeah, it's been one hell of a time right now, man. We've been going through a lot ever since last episode, bro.
So before we get into what we've been going through, tell the people, man, about the year, bro. How your year went this year, bro?
Oh my God, man.
2022, man. Let's bring it back to the top, bro. How it started, how it began, how it was flowing through the middle, and how it's about to end, bro. We just give us a cool breeze. Put us in the Cadillac.
Man, I'll tell you right now, man. 2022 has been such an amazing year, man. Such an amazing year. And I'm talking whether things were a little off, you know what I mean, or things were just completely on at that point, you know what I mean? Like, I love the year. I love the year 100%, you know what I mean? I you know, everything was just a learning curve. Every single step of the way was a learning curve, whether even if it's through school or whether it's through life in general. You know what I mean? I have learned so much this year. I have learned how to just control things. You know what I mean? Control things that I have no control of. There you go. That's a perfect thing right there. Control things that I have no control of. And let me tell you, Dre, I've been pretty good, especially in 2022, yeah, with school and life and all that stuff, you know what I mean? But in general, more of my mental state. You know what I mean? Making sure my
Right,
mindset is always right for everything. And that's what I mean by controlling things that I have no control of. You get what I
right,
mean?
right, right.
And I learned to accept things. I learned to really get in tune with things. And especially with this music thing, man, I loved it, bro. And one of my highlights of 2022 is graduation.
That was a big highlight there, bro. That was a big accomplishment for us all, bro. Me, you, Stacks, you know.
And
Oh,
everybody else in Full Sail, bro.
and for the people that know Stacks, he haven't been here, but he's still part of the podcast.
Yeah,
He just
yeah.
he got other stuff going on, but he's still a part of the podcast. And I'm trying to get him to change his name to Ghost. I'm trying to get him to change his name to Ghost, but we're
Ghost.
gonna work on it.
But no,
But
in the
continue,
long
bro.
run, yes, indeed, man. That's got to be one of my highlights, especially now, Dre, especially that we were able to walk the stage at Full Sail University. You know what I mean? We were able to walk the stage at Full Sail. Like it was, we were, I was planning this thing, man. I always said it myself. I said, yo, you know what? I'm going to walk the stage. I don't want it to be an online graduation. I kind of feel like, it's like I deserve to walk. You know what I mean? I deserve to get on that stage and
Most
present
definitely, most
myself in there.
definitely.
You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. We got there, you know what I mean? It was a wonderful time because even with graduation, I did take some days as well to actually be able to spend some time in Orlando. You know what I mean? How we basically went to the school and we didn't think we were
Yeah,
gonna be able to
yeah.
get in, but we got in.
Got in, bro. We got in. Got in most definitely, bro. It was cool, bro. It was cool.
Yeah,
It put me in a better feel.
yeah. It's just down the line. You know what I mean? It definitely put a lot into like everything, bro. Like the mindset was different, you know what I mean? Like when we first got to Full Sail, right? Well, when I first got to Orlando, because the thing is, my main thing was, yo, I'm gonna graduate, and when I graduate, I'm gonna go to Full Sail and I'm gonna walk. There's no it's a buts about that. I'm gonna walk. I was looking at, PTO time at work, you know what I mean? I was making sure money was right and everything else. And from that point on, I said, no, bro, I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna make this happen. So prior to graduation, you know what I mean? I was really contemplating on figuring out how to get to Florida. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I gotta figure it out. It's either I'm gonna drive or I'm gonna take a flight. You know what I mean? But I was able to get the freaking tickets on time. You know what I mean? I was able to get them
Everything
as
felt
cheap as
correct.
possible. You said what?
I said everything felt correct for you.
Yeah, yeah, it was phenomenal, bro. So I gotta say that is one of my highlights of the year. And like I said, being able to work on my mind state a lot more, being more comfortable with who I am and what I do, you know what I mean? And
Right.
everything just came out good, bro. What would you say is one of the highlights of your year, bro?
Um, Bringing it from the top, bro. It started out kind of, anxious to graduate because starting from January 12th, we had like, oh man, we only got 10 months, bro. We out of here. And
Yeah.
it seemed far as I don't know what when you coming from January, like, man,
Yeah, word.
we got a long 10 months. And then we got to move and we got to move, and it seemed like everything started getting serious. It seemed like everything started getting serious, and we started learning more in depth
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And and I was like, it became more tedious as before I go like the one of the assignments from the film class. We had to sit
Oh
there
yeah,
and do
yeah.
all the noise, you know, all,
Yeah,
all that.
pre-production.
Yeah, I really didn't. I really didn't like that class.
Go ahead with
So
post production. There you go.
yeah, I got
Yeah.
post production, all the Foley and all the
Yeah.
back
Oh my God. That's it's a
the
time consuming like
scene
hell.
thing. I'm like, and I knew right then and there, I didn't even have to accept a job at doing it. But I knew right then and there, like I'm not audio. Nah, I'm not gonna do. I would be the mixer. I love doing that, but I won't be
Yeah.
the one capturing all the noise and putting it in the arrangement, the time code, the two pops here,
Yeah.
the two
But you
all that.
but Dre, you know the last assignment was the discussion post, remember? For
Right,
that
right,
month. The last assignment was that discussion post at the end of the month. But
right.
you know what I put in that discussion post? Because of course we have to talk about how we feel
How we
about
feel and
post production and everything else. I
right,
put
right.
down exactly how I felt about post production. And this is what I said in the discussion post, I remember. I said that if you could get through this class, you can get through anything.
Thing,
I, I
bro.
I
That was
said that for a fact because if you could get through post production, bro, when it comes to like TV and film, you can get through anything. Ever since we got through that class and I put that discussion post up, I was speaking from the heart because that takes a lot of time, bro. And if
that takes a lot of skills, bro.
and if you
We
want to be an audio engineer, you want to be a producer, you want to be anything, sound designer for gaming, post production was where it's at. And I honestly, it's kind of like nerve wracking because the first thing we did was when we first seen all the assignments that we had to do for post production, it was just stupid amount of work, bro. Where it's like you
man.
have to ghost your things, you know what I mean? And make sure everything is put the right way. Then you have to start recording things, taking things from outside, and it's everything. And then on top of that, we had to play the character.
Oh, get down, get
Get
down.
down, get down. What was the guy's
Man,
name? I forgot. Oh man, I forgot his
John
name.
or somebody I forgot his name, but it was I I say coming through that class, you had to have like your editing skills,
Hmm.
your timing, synchronization is
It's a
number
must.
one in that.
It's a
Is number
must.
one in that field right there in that job. It like so you have to be on top of your game, and that taught me a lot.
Hmm.
I was anxious for the audio advanced mixing techniques.
Yeah.
Was anxious to see what that class was about. Then when I got in the class, I like, oh, it's not like I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And so but
It's like
man,
it was more like repetitive moves,
right,
but the thing is, it was more like making us better every single time we took a course.
right,
Every
right,
single
right,
time we took an audio advanced course or we took a sound design number 2 or sound design number 3, we were only getting better every step of the way from audio post production, you know what I mean? And we only did one post production throughout the year.
right,
You know what I mean?
right,
So even thinking about that, yeah, sound design for gaming, because sound design for gaming, like I said, is one of the biggest classes that I fell in love with. I fell in love with sound design for gaming. And ever since that came apart, I just continued to get more into the field of doing sound design for gaming. I was so into it, you know what I mean? And like
right.
even being another highlight of the year, being able to do the interview with Riot Games was another highlight of the year for me. You know what I mean?
Oh, let's take 5 minutes to talk about that right there, bro. For the end, me, the big moment was me graduating, and right now it's just where we at. We ending it with a bang.
Hmm.
We ending it with a bang right now. So yeah, I can agree on graduating would be my big most highlight of the year. But let's rewind back to that interview, bro. Like I'm knowing from my understanding you didn't go all the way through with it, but I kind of felt like it kind of affected you in a way, bro.
Yeah. It
So
it
my question to you is,
yeah.
if another opportunity come like that, bro, what would be your movement, bro?
Honestly, at this point, man, I would say I would say in the beginning it was a little nerve wracking, like a lot, and I'm gonna use that word a lot, man, through this episode, nerve wracking, because every move that I made, I was very nervous on making that move, and that move that I made, getting that interview with Riot Games, was just one of the best things in the world. Because the thing is, and just letting you guys know this, if you don't have any pre-experience, if you don't have any type of pre-experience in the gaming industry or anything whatsoever that has to do with games, they will not hire you. They will not hire you. I took that interview, right? I took that interview, and the lady even said it herself. She said, it's going to take 2 to 3 weeks for us to contact you back. Now, I remember I put this application in, but I put this application in a while ago. I didn't even know until they sent me an email saying that they would like to do an interview with me. We did an interview, and you know, we did the interview. You know, I spoke highly about myself. You know what I mean? I spoke about what I felt about, you know, Riot Games. Of course, if you guys don't know Riot Games, they're very big on, you know, video games such as, you know, League of Legends. League of Legends is one of the most biggest games right now in their company. And I jumped in there like Valorant was another one. So I jumped in there. I was like, yeah, you know, I had the interview with the lady, and then she was cool. She was like, you know, we're gonna contact you in the next 2 or 3 weeks to see if you're a perfect fit. And I'm like, okay. And yo, I didn't tell Dre, I didn't tell Stacks, I didn't tell nobody. The only one who knew was basically Kim. That's it. And I'm like, all right, let me see what's up. So I go back, you know, I'm at work or whatever and everything else. I'm chilling. And I'm thinking, you know, I was like, you know, let me call Dre. So I called Dre, I called Stacks. Hey guys, look, I wanted to tell you guys something, but I didn't get the chance. I didn't want to tell y'all yet because I don't know what's gonna go on yet. But I just did an interview with Riot Games. They're like, what? So freaking like amazed, yo. They were like, what? They're like, for real? Like, yeah, man. It's a freaking they gave me an interview. They sent me an email, and I interviewed with somebody, whatever, and everything else. They said they'll contact me in 3 weeks. Yo, man, that's what's up, yo. But the only thing is that they wanted me to relocate. They want me to go to LA. And I'm like,
okay, yeah, what it was.
That was one of the biggest things. And it's not that you got to think, bro, it's a different world. In the long run, it's a different world. You know what I mean? The only thing is that, you know, when they told me that, I told Dre, I told Stacks, I was like, yeah, they want me to relocate. You know what I mean? I think I'll take the position. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And remember, like I said, 2 or 3 weeks later, they said they'll contact you. No, that was not even the case. 2 hours later, I get an email back from Riot Games saying they want to proceed with the second interview. That was when I was on the phone with Dre. I was on the phone with Dre and Stacks, and I told them, yo, I just got the freaking email. I got the email. Boom.
Yeah, yep.
After that,
then they want you to do a whole little like sound design thing.
Yeah,
like, that was the interview.
That was the second interview. Yep, because you have to go through 4 interviews. So the second interview is like the main one, the main one. So I took the second interview, right, and they gave me 4 characters, I believe, from League of Legends, but they gave you like some sort of description on what certain characters do what. So I had to be able to make sound effects for these characters. So the crazy thing is, right, is they give you 2 weeks to get all that done because, you know, they know you got work and all the other stuff. They give you no, bro. I contacted Dre, I contacted Stacks, and I told them, yo, guys, I got this thing done. I got that done in 3 days. 3 days I was able to construct all the sound assets for all 4 characters. All 4 of them, bro.
Bro, that's crazy.
But the only problem that messed me up,
you couldn't relocate.
I couldn't relocate. Bro. It's a big move on my side. And yes, indeed, it did affect me, man. You know, I spoke to Dre. I felt so heartbroken, bro. But in the long run, man, let me just tell you guys something, yo. If an opportunity like that has shown up on my side, then that means I'm doing something good. That means
that's right.
That means no matter what, there are going to be plenty of more opportunities coming. And if there is no opportunity that comes to me, I will make the opportunity. And that's why I'm consistently working and making my stuff out. But that has to be another highlight of the year for me, man. That's another one. Like, because even, yo, I spoke to...
That was big. That was big.
Oh, man. I spoke to a lot of career advisors, and they were like, what? I'm like, yeah, I had an interview with Riot Games. And they were amazed because they're like, Yo, but how'd you get that? Because usually they don't contact nobody who hasn't worked in a gaming platform. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't know, but they contacted me and I had that interview. So unfortunately, you know what I mean? I got everything done, but then I had to tell the interviewee that I couldn't it was impossible for me to relocate. So if they ever open up some other stuff, you know what I mean? But good thing is, we're staying connection, you know what I mean? That's the good thing. So if anything ever comes up, you never know. I could probably get some an opportunity down the line. You know what I mean? Activision, Blizzard, um, Sledgehammer Games, you know what I mean?
I say it wasn't meant to be, bro. If it was meant to be, it would fail. It would have failed through the perfect. Everything would have worked out perfect.
Oh
To
yeah,
be
yeah.
honest with you, though, I think the setup is happening now. Is like that's what this setup you got going on now. It's gonna take you very far than pretty much right game would
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
took you,
no,
bro.
yeah, indeed.
Like,
I do
like
believe that too.
you got some big stuff going down, bro. All it takes is that one time, bro, and we gonna get it. We're not gonna sit here and say we're not gonna get it. It's just a matter of time, bro. We're gonna get
Yeah.
that one moment, bro, and it's gonna be time for it to shine, bro. So
Yeah,
I
and that,
think
and that's how I feel. I feel about that too. Is like I kind of feel like either way down the line, uh, it, the way my life is looking right now, honestly, man, the moves that are being made right now, everything is lovely. Thank God. I really, really thank God for this blessing. For helping me through this at all times. You know what I mean? And honestly, man, I feel good, man. I feel good. I can't wait for 2023 to come. It's a lot we're gonna talk about. We will talk about that all in the next episode, man. But that'll be my highlight of the year, man. Would be graduation and would be that interview I did with Riot Games, bro. Definitely a good highlight. But I've learned a lot.
but
We learned a lot. Put it like that.
now let's give them a little something that been going on lately, bro. Let's get into that part of the segment. I'm gonna start it off with man. I call my boy Dr. Doc over here, the Dr. Juan,
You
and I said, man, bro, I have received a call from one of the clients, bro. I ain't gonna say his name because I don't want to put him out there because he
Yeah.
might blow up. I don't want to tarnish his name like that. And he said, man, your price that you gave me, man, it kind of steep. And I'm like, what you mean it kind of steep? And it was for
Wow.
mixing and mastering service. 2 services. Now he want mixing and mastering to his songs. He got 8 songs. And the price I gave him was a starter price. I'm not trying to tear him mouth out. And some people might say, but you still charging him cheap. But I told him $100 for every mix and $50 for mastering for every mix. And he wanted 8 of them. So and he was like, it kind of steep. And then of course he know I just graduated and everything from Suicide. And he hit me with a low blow, like, bro, you knew. You just getting started. So, man, look out on me, bro. I'm gonna mess with you like you mess with me. And I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I'm
No.
professional, bro.
That's a
I like
First
I'm
off, you don't
professional
respond
at
like that, bro.
yeah, like I'm a professional, bro. Like, nah, I'm not. You talking to a professional. This is how I look at myself. And the reason why I said it that way because this is how I look at myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to sit here and downgrade myself because you don't want to pay a price like I said.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to make myself look no lower than a professional. So now, if that's the case, let's say that what's his name, Leslie. If
Mm-hmm.
you go to Leslie, he might charge you $500 an hour or 200 an hour to
Yeah.
mix 8 songs because
Yeah,
it's like
indeed.
that's OLP almost. So he might charge you $9,000 just or something like that. He mix that whole song down.
Indeed.
But me being me, I'm just trying to get my foot wet, put my foot in the game. That give me hey, I'm giving you a deal. $100 a mix, $50 a master.
Yeah.
And that's 2 service you asking for, bro. I
Nah.
can't cut no more deals than what I'm giving. I'm already not charging you by the hour,
Correct.
which I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be charging you by the hour. I'm just trying to get my foot wet and my name known. So once I get known, then I'm gonna start getting more and more deep in,
You
So
you
I
notice
like
that every single time we have a conversation, right? Well, when we're about to start a podcast, I'm just gonna be off the blunt. How is it that every single time you come up with a situation, right? That all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's a situation that somebody else is going through from our listeners, bro. Because when you kind of think about it, what you're going through is what one of our listeners of the question of the day has asked as well. You know what I mean? It's crazy how we now just to let you guys know something. We do not, when it comes to stuff like this, we do not pre-plan things, especially when it comes to podcasting, because we don't want to sound robotic. You get what I mean? Highlight of the year is one of the stuff because we wanted to talk about highlight of the year, you know what I mean, and everything else. And that's our main, like we talk about like our main topics, like highlight of the year. But every single time Dre comes up with something, he always has something where it's like he's reading my mind on some stuff where he finds out what type of question is the question of the day and he doesn't even know it.
Bro, I've been going through it, bro. These guys, man, they basically telling us, man, this is what I'm gonna pay you, and this is what you're gonna accept. And I'm like, no, I'll look at myself as a professional. If you go to anybody else, they're gonna charge you $40.
Yeah, they're gonna charge you a lot more. Correct.
And $40, $50 out, even more than that. It can go. This thing can go up to 200, 300, 500. It could be, but you got the deposit can be $2,000 alone.
Correct.
You know.
Yeah.
$1,500 alone. Then they're gonna hit you by hour, bro. I'm giving you a lick. This is a deal. I said every mix I do is $100. Every master track, every master I have to do to each track, $50, bro.
Yeah, it's like,
come on, bro. It's $150 a song, bro.
When you kind of think about it, you're lowballing yourself a little bit.
I'm giving myself. I'm lowballing myself.
Yeah, so it's like they should understand that, man. Like, not this, you on the other hand, as an engineer, you don't sell yourself short. So now here's my thing, man. It's like you don't sell yourself short. Even with me, I'm an audio engineer, man. I'm a producer. I've been doing this freaking thing for so freaking long. On and off, on and off. Sorry, off and on, off and on, off and on. You know what I mean? It's like it's just something about like me jumping into other things, whatever, anything else. But then music wise, it always finds its way back. But my thing is, right, me as an audio engineer, I've been engineering people now for quite some time now. You know what I mean? I remember somebody a while back, I think it was, before I went to school. There was somebody, and let me just throw this out there. And probably you engineers are probably gonna be like, what the hell, Doc? Are you serious? You were doing that? Let me tell you how much money I was charging for recording, mixing, and mastering. I was charging $60 for all of it. All of it.
Service. That's $30 a service, bro.
$60. No, that's $3 because I was recording them, mixing, and mastering.
Bro, you would give us $20 a service.
$60, $20 every service. I was messing myself up. And of course it's because I wanted to get my foot wet a little bit. But when time started running by and I started realizing, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, bro. I'm lowballing myself here when you kind of think about it. And what kind of really got to me a little bit is because some of the clients I've dealt with, they were asking for revisions. And let me tell you, the revisions are like 3 or 4 revisions. You know what I mean? Like out of nowhere. You'll finish one, then out of nowhere, they'll be like, nah, I want it like this. You finish one, then you'll be like, nah, I like this. I did one project. I remember this one project I did with a client one time that we did the track, you know what I mean? I did the mixing and mastering for the track. I said, yo, this is how much I charge. They're like, all right, boom, right? I do the mixing and mastering for the track. Yo, I make it sound lovely as hell. I start talking about quality more than everything. You know what I mean? Everything else. The person says, yo, I'm going to hit you off with something, bro. Don't worry about it. I'm going to hit you off with something extra. All right, say no more, right? Because I was charging $60. You know what I mean? But this is for mixing and mastering now, because at that point I started bumping my prices up. So I said, yo, $60, I'll do the mixing and mastering. And mind you, this is not no regular rap track, because when it's a rap track, it's kind of a little easy to work with. I'm talking, this is singing vocals from the person. You know what I mean? So, it's kind of hard to deal with that because, you got to work with a lot of stuff when it comes to singing vocals. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, I tell them, $60, yo, you know what I mean? This is that, whatever, right? I do everything. Yo, thank you, y'all. Appreciate it, yo. Yo, you the man, bro. I'm going to hit you with something extra this week, man. I got you. Do you know how much was the extra? How much was the extra? I charged you $60. How much was the extra? I'm sitting here thinking you probably hit me with another 30. You probably hit me with a 20. You know what I mean? At least. Bro, the extra I got was $5. That's the extra. They taught, they treated me like I was a delivery guy or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm sitting here saying, bro. Like, what is going on with these? And then something that I when I was talking to that client, bro, something that played back in my head. The interview from Full Sail when Leslie was talking, he said it's gonna be the clients that don't have nothing going on.
Yes.
No fan base gonna give you the most problems.
That's the same. Yo, that's crazy because that's the same thing I always think about, yo. He said it because he's like, yo, Cardi B will jump in the studio. She would lay out her verse right away like it's nothing, right? And
Right.
she would ask for just one revision.
Because,
Not even.
because they gotta pay for them. After so many revisions, you're gonna have to start getting charged to the game. And they don't want to pay that money. They trying to get this stuff in and out. That's why they don't want to waste no money. Like, you gotta know what you're doing when you deal with these folks.
Oh my God.
So when I'm sitting there talking to this client, I'm like, man, Leslie said this, bro. That's why I say, man, Leslie that's my mentor.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He don't
even know it.
Yeah, he my mentor, bro. That's who I idolize up in this game. Bro.
Word.
And we come down to mixing and mastering and stuff like that, bro. That's who I go watch.
He carries himself very well. That's one thing that I gotta
Right.
say. You know what I mean? So
No, I'm like, man, he said that, bro. It be the cats that got no fan base.
mm-hmm.
They trying to come up, and they sitting here saying, "Cut me a deal." After I done gave you a deal, because I'm not looking at myself at the top of the line, number one. I can't charge you top of the line engineer prices.
Yeah.
Because I haven't made it to that level yet.
But you can't sell yourself short.
I can't sell myself short at the same time. So I'm just saying, look, bro, the prices I'm giving you is not even the right prices that I should be sitting here taxing you at the moment, bro.
Yeah.
Because come on, bro. I said $100 for mixing, $50 for mastering each song. So it's $150 a song, flat rate. What 90% of engineers are charging you hourly, bro. I don't know too many engineers that charge you just flat rate when it comes down to mixing, because mixing take a while, and then you want revisions, you want all this other stuff going on.
You know what the bad thing about this, Dre, man? What kind of ticks me off about this too, man, is that this is a stranger, right? This is a stranger, this client.
Right. I just met him just this month.
Now imagine one of your friends asking you for that. How does that feel? If a friend comes to you and tells you, yo, hook me up because I'm your friend.
No.
Or even that, when you tell your friend, hey, book with me, man. Book a session with me. And they don't book with you because of your price.
To be honest with you, bro, I think they'd be looking for it free.
Yeah, no, that's
totally. I think they'd be sitting here looking for it free.
I get reached out so much about the beats that I make. You know what I mean? I get reached out. A lot of people reach out to me because they like what they hear. You know what I mean? They're like, yo, this and that, whatever. But it's like, you know what I mean? It's like you tell somebody, even if I wanted to do a whole deal, and I tell somebody, yo, book with me and I'll give you this beat. They won't book with you. It's like, yo, so I'm your boy, right? I'm your boy. You're supposed to book with me. You know what I mean? Help a brother out. It's like it's not money that's going to a stranger. It's money that's going to your boy. I'm your boy, right? But then again, But then again, Cat's got all this money to go support all these other fucking franchises, you know what I mean? Or all these other places where it don't make sense. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, do you go to a Gucci store and tell them, yo, give me half the price off for this thing? No, you pay full price. No matter what type of price it is, you pay full price. So why you knock down my prices for when I'm trying to make a living out of here, but then you got all these other engineers, other producers who got a name for themselves. And I'm not knocking no engineers, no producers, you know what I mean? Yes, indeed. You know what I mean? We could be a little new to the game, but it's all sense here, man. You don't go to a job and tell them, yo, or a job tells you, hey, man, work for free for like 3 days, and then out of nowhere, then you'll get paid. No, it don't work like that, bro.
It don't go down like that, bro.
No.
And I follow this guy. He Bricks. A guy named Bricks. He he do work for Drake and he a big producer called Bricks. And he got this stuff, did a course online on my Sega beats, how to learn how to Sega beats, how to bring yourself and all this.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at one of his free his live sessions he had that he was teaching in. It was free. So I just tuned in to it. And one thing he said that kind of stuck, he's like, only you know your potential.
Indeed.
If you know your value, don't devalue yourself because somebody don't want to fool with you.
Exactly.
Or you don't think you can get this particular person,
mm-hmm.
because it's a psychological game. It's almost like when you look at a Gucci purse, that Gucci purse can be the fakest thing in the world, but the name on that purse is selling.
It's selling. Yep.
You strip that name off that purse, no one would buy it.
No, of course not.
You can literally, before they print it, he said, before they put the Gucci symbol on their purse, they have to make it. And they have to do it. If they make a Gucci factory make the plain purse, no one would buy it. They'd think it's $1 purse.
Yeah.
But when you stamp that name on there, that would make the purse $300, $400. So if you value yourself as $100, people gonna always treat you as $100 person.
Yeah.
If you value yourself as $1,000, people gonna look at you as $1,000 person.
Yeah.
Meaning, people that think they what I'm trying to say is, well, let me break it down so people don't get confused. We're about to come together.
I got you. I'm listening. I'm watching you.
You're about to come together. Let me break it down.
By the way, we're on video on Discord, guys. Go ahead.
When you can put a Jordan shoe in Walmart for $19. You can put a Jordan shoe in Hibbett Sports for $300. But they both Jordan shoe. They're not going to pick the $19 shoe because they feel like they're getting played. It's low quality.
Exactly.
They look at the $300 and say, oh, it must be worth something. It's $300. They look at the price range and think they got more value because of the price.
Indeed.
But they don't mean I know a lot of people that's pricing their stuff more than what they're worth.
Indeed. And that's the value. You know what I mean?
The value of it. So don't devalue yourself because of people want you to. Don't do that. So,
and that right there sums up on the question of the day. Big shout outs to this Full Sail student. He's from New York, man. Big shout outs to him, yo. On him, his question of the day is exactly what we're speaking about. How should I respond to a client that doesn't agree on a price I have set for my services? That is the question of the day. Now, how should you respond to a client that doesn't agree on a price that you have set for your services? How? Simple as it is. You don't really need to reply to the person and explain anything. Believe it or not, we don't need to explain nothing to nobody. If they really, really want it, they would get it. And the people who come back to you to ask you to negotiate a price are the people who really, really need it. So no matter what, no matter what, you still fall along the lines of not devaluing yourself. You know what I mean? Don't devalue yourself. So what I would say, what I would say is, in my case, if I have a client that doesn't agree on the prices I give them, I don't respond back. I leave it at that. You know what I mean? I say, hey, look, this is how much I charge. I had somebody hit me up the other day about a beat. They asked me about some beats I produce. Hey, man, how much you charge? You know what I mean? At this moment, I'm doing a non-exclusive lease for $50. What happened after that conversation? Nothing. Why? Because they don't want to pay $50. They rather go to YouTube and steal the beat. That's what that's what they practically want to do, is go to YouTube, steal the beat, take the beat, use it for whatever they want to use it for, and that's it. No. And the thing is, if you know the person, bro, help the person on his business. Help the person. Build the person up. And the reason being why people are doing what they're doing, your friends are doing what they're doing, is because they're looking for support. But if you're gonna knock a person down, you know how to knock somebody down. One of your friends who's starting a business, you know how to knock them down is devaluing them, asking them for discounts, when you can go to some total freaking stranger and spend $500 to $600 on some BS that doesn't benefit a person that you know. It benefits a fucking stranger who's all the way to the top and doesn't give a damn. You're chump change at this point. You know what I mean?
They not about to go to ATL Jacob talking about cutting me a deal on that beat. He gonna charge you $10,000 up front. Hey,
yeah.
$10,000. And people want them beats. It's crazy. People actually want to get to them type of beats because they know they hit makers. And
that's the shit. It's like
they look at people that's already popping and like, I don't want to get to where to get their beats. And then it's people that's mid-class coming up in the game got just as a good beat as ATL Jacob. You're just looking over him. But don't go to this guy that ain't got his name out there and say, hey, no, you ain't out there yet. I'll give it to me for $5. And then you go out here and make a whole platinum record off his beat, bro. That's not right, bro.
But you're and that's the thing. It's like we always said, it's always the people who don't have the numbers. We don't knock you because you don't have the numbers, but have some self-respect. That's like me coming to you. That's like me coming to you and asking you for a feature. And I'm asking you to help to let me be on that song for $5. You know what I mean? On one of your biggest hits. Me going to you on your biggest hits, asking you, yo, let me get that feature, bro. Yo, nah, man, you know what I mean? This, that. Or it's your boy. Yo, man, nah, man, you can't get on that shit, bro. You know what I mean? It's the singles for me. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You my boy. Come on. Come on, bro. Like,
and the shoe was on the other foot. You gonna want all your money. I'm trying to make it just like you trying to make it. You want you need my work to make yourself famous. You go make millions. I'm just an engineer, bro. It's gonna be hard for an engineer to just make millions in this type of field, bro.
Yeah.
Engineer, bro. We gotta really put in work, and we the one making y'all sound
the way you want to sound.
This whole image and everybody listening to, bro. You can't miss an engineer.
And let me just throw this out there. There are fucking engineers that make you sound like shit and they overcharge you. That's just me being blunt. That's me being blunt, because remember, and I don't give a fuck if anybody want to attack me on some shit, because remember, I used to be an artist, bro. I used to be a recording artist. You know what I mean? I used to go ahead and send my music over to certain engineers. You feel what I'm saying? And in all honesty, bro, they don't sound nothing fucking legit, but they're overcharging you. But that's okay. You know what I mean? That's all right. I mean, everybody got to hustle, because the thing is, just like we say, everybody mixes a certain way. You know what I mean? There are people who mix hip hop. There are people who mix this actual hip hop nowadays, this generation of hip hop. You know what I mean? People do it differently. You know what I mean? But it's like they'll overcharge a person. Bro, if I'm hitting you with a price, man, respect the price. Respect it. I'm trying. Even if you, even, yo, Dre, even if they said, yo, I'm a be real jump with you. I can't afford that. But if anything comes up, you know what I mean, I'll hit you back. That's okay.
Bro, I can respect you better like that to come in and be
Yeah.
honest. And, but don't come tell me, oh man, you just getting started, so man, that probably kind of steep. Like, come, that's a low blow, bro. You hit me below the belt. You just call me a new booty in so many words.
That's
And
messed up, bro.
you just sit here degrading my value, my work. Like,
So
I feel like you saying my work is not worth what I'm telling you, bro.
that's freaking crazy,
so,
bro.
so like no.
But
No,
even at
no.
that, you know what I mean? That's me answering the question of the day. To respond to a client that doesn't agree on a price you have set for your services, honestly, you don't need to respond to anything, honestly. If the client doesn't like it, he doesn't like it. That's on him. Remember, you don't lose out, he loses out because he needs it. You know what I mean? He needs that type of work. So
he gonna pay somebody some money.
or even that, he might come back to you.
Yeah, because you might be the cheapest. At that, man, ain't nobody paying no $150 a song for 2 services. Like I'm charging $150 a song for 2 services. I mean, you find me one engineer out here doing that, bro. Me and him gotta have a talk.
Yo,
gotta have a talk.
All I want to say is shout outs to all the engineers out there who don't devalue themselves. Shout outs to all the producers out there not giving no free beats or none of that shit and getting themselves out like that. Guys, you are putting the time in for the shit. Shout outs to y'all, man. And the people who are out there that are selling themselves short, plain and simple, man. Stop selling yourself short because you know what's going to happen? You're going to be taken advantage of. Remember,
exactly.
Remember that time you put in is time you can't get back. That's it. That time you put in is time you can't get back. That's exactly how I have clients right now. My clients are either paying me monthly or my clients are paying me right then and there. Regardless of the situation, I'm getting paid. You know what I mean?
Don't do no work if you're an engineer without a deposit or some type of funds, bro. Because you send that stuff back, they don't have to pay you.
It's okay. And Dre, let's just put this out there because the creative process is the best process. That's okay. You know what I mean? Sometimes people do it because they love the vision. You know what I mean? Like when I worked with Pep, the first time I worked with Pep off of They Ain't Never Tell the Truth. You know what I mean? That track, produced by yours truly, Dr. Juan, engineered by Dr. Juan. So that track right then and there, it's like it was a school project. And I told him, this is my first time ever working with Pep. My first time ever working with Pep. And I said, yo, and me and Pep always used to run into each other because, you know, we work at the same spot. He would always come to me, yo, man, I can't wait. Yo, we got to get up. We got to work. Soon as I got with his that track and we put it out there and shit, out of nowhere, that's when we started working with each other because we love the connection. You know what I mean? Like we have a good connection with each other where it's like we love to create and we have similar, very, very similar ideas. Like it's crazy as hell. So I was like, yo, Pep, let's just work on a project. You know what I mean? But out of respect, this is the good thing, bro. I don't know Pep. You know what I mean? I never knew Pep. All I seen him was at work. And him to be the artist to say, yo, you do a lot for me, bro. Let me pay you. How does that sound, bro?
Right.
That's a stranger, bro. That's somebody that I don't even know like that. But then real close cats to you could be like, yo, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Never give you flowers. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. We really got to get into the shit. It's supposed to be the end of 2022, yo.
Oh, this is crazy.
But all positivity.
We had a year, bro. We had a year, man. To answer that question that the guy had, man, just don't devalue yourself. Don't sell yourself short on those circumstances. And you don't have to go back and forth. Tell them like, hey, if you have to say something, just say, hey, this is my price, bro. You don't like it, bro. You want to just find somebody else to do it, bro.
That's it.
And that's all you have to say. That you got to find somebody else to do it because that's my price. I can't go down.
That is it.
People is out here doing this type of work, paying their bills, bro. We can't pay our bills
with just thank yous.
Yeah, like, bro, basically you telling us to do this stuff for free, bro. This is a career, bro. It's not nothing, no. This is we got to pay bills just like you got to pay bills.
Yo, and just put it like this. This goes to any type of business industry, all right? I'm not even talking just music in general. I'm talking about every single business. Yo, if you listening right now, you got a friend who's got a merch store, your friend who's on Twitch streaming, and he has like 2 or 3 viewers, you know what I mean? Or your person that your friend that owns a bodega, you know what I mean? Go over there and show that fucking support, bro. Show that support. Buy his merch. Go to the bodega, buy a juice. You know what I mean? Freaking go to Twitch, throw him some Twitch subs, bro. Go and show that person some love, man. You know what I mean? Stop being fucking shady. Stop being fucking shady and think that everybody owes you some shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, if you were a friend, you would show respect, man. You know what I mean? Respect the person doing some shit. Simple as that, bro. Simple as that. And that goes to all the audio engineers out there, all the upcoming audio engineers, or the upcoming producers. Don't sell yourself short. Keep yourself very humble. Keep yourself very humble. Keep your prices where you want them and where you feel you're comfortable at. You know what I mean? And if you feel like negotiating, if you feel like negotiating, you know what I mean? But negotiate with a price that makes sense. Don't let you said, oh, I was like, wait, what the hell you said first? I was about to ask you, what'd you say?
Preach.
And like negotiate with a price that makes sense. Something that you know that could feed you and feed your family. You know what I mean? Not some, let me do an 8-hour job and you pay me $5. How am I supposed to feed my family with that? You feel what I'm saying? That's how it is, bro.
He preaching, bro. He ended here strong. He's sweating over it. He wiping his sweat off his forehead right now. He had to get that out, bro.
Let's all say a prayer here.
But with that being said, man, we making it to the end of the podcast, and not only the end of the podcast, the end of season 1, and the end of 2022, bro. We did it. We made it, bro.
Much
Shout
love
out to my boy Aaron. He will be converting himself to
Ghost.
He don't know it yet. He don't know it yet, bro. But he started the podcast with us, man. I gotta end by saying, man, shout out to him, bro.
Yo, word. Yo, big shout outs to everybody who's been listening to us, man. Big shout outs to everybody who's really showing us some fucking support. We appreciate everyone who's been sending in questions. We appreciate everybody who's been taking the time to listen. Bro, we watching these numbers, bro. We're watching these numbers on Anchor, and they're rising every single day. Big shout outs to you guys for going out there, showing some support to the No Clipping podcast. Sooner or later, 2023, 2023, we'll talk about all the 2023 goals, the next podcast that we do, the next episode that we do, which is season 2, episode 1. So get ready for that one, because we're going to be talking about a lot about what we got in store for 2023. But big shout outs to everybody who showed us stuff in 2022. Big shout outs to all the full sailors who graduated in 2022. Big shout outs to all the low ballers. Big shout outs to all the people who really pay the prices. Yo, Dr. Juan and this motherfucker, yo.
Big shout out to Dr. Juan, bro. We did it, bro. We hanging tight to the end, bro.
You were ready, man.
Hanging tight to the end, bro. You gotta thank each other at this time, bro.
Yeah, big shout outs to Dre, the noble one, bro. You were ready. Yo, I was about to switch it up. I was about to say the engineer.
No.
I was about to fuck up. But big shout outs to Dre, the noble one. Yo, you're ready, man. Yo, another highlight of the year, let me just throw it out there, bro, is meeting you, my nigga. Like, real shit. When we got with each other in Orlando, bro, and we was working on beats and chilling, bro, that has to be like one of the best fucking highlights in the world for me, yo. I appreciate you.
I remember my first seeing you, bro. You came out that house all short and shit. Bro.
Nah, yo, oh yeah, that's right. Wait a minute. No, fine. Let me go back. Hold on. You're right. No, Dre didn't meet me in Orlando. Dre met me way before Orlando, bro.
Yes, we met up way before Orlando.
This balling motherfucker came through in a damn what a Mustang?
It was a Mustang, a drop top Mustang.
Oh my god, this guy jumped in, and the first thing I'm like, all right, I'm gonna meet this guy. It's the first time meeting him and shit. This guy gets out of the car and he's tall as shit. I'm like, yo, this guy, man, yo, but after that, man, me and Dre got that connection, bro. Me and Stacks got that connection, bro. You know what I mean? It's just been consistent. Then when we met in Orlando for this graduation shit, it was
crying,
just
y'all. Start crying, y'all. Start crying.
Yeah, fuck you. But we definitely got up, yo. We fucking started creating beats. And yo, honestly, man, the adventure is always something. And in 2023, about to make it happen again, son. I can't wait for that shit, yo.
Yeah, hey, remember I stood in the room, bro, and I said, bro, did the floor just move?
Yeah. That's what was like, yo, this guy is freaking drunk as hell, yo. He paused the beat to be like, yo, did the floor just move? Oh my god, yo, that shit was so funny, yo. Oh my god, yo! But
bro, it was a good year, bro. We ended well, bro. So let's see what 2023, bro. Everybody have a good New Year, because we're not gonna be hearing from y'all guys till after New Year's.
After New Year's, yep.
So, man,
I hope everybody had a wonderful 2022, man. Much love to everybody. Thank you guys for being with us. Thank you guys for showing us love and support. 2023 is in the building, man. Let's go and get this shit and make sure that your mixes are never clipping. Much love, y'all. Peace. Shout out.